Are you ready to go all in?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
And welcome to the All In Practice Growth Podcast, the podcast that brings you a different perspective on the dental and medical industries. I'm your host, Shane McElroy, and I'm very excited for you to join us today because we have a very, very special guest. He's been mentioned on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. He's been on Dr. Drew's show. He's a musician, a social media influencer, a philanthropist, a stand-up comedian, and also a thong-wearing dentist. So I'd like you all to welcome Dr. Brady Smith to the podcast. What's up, buddy?
Thank you, dude. What an intro. What an intro that was.
I feel like that should be your opening for every time they bring you up on the stage when you're doing a set.
Yeah, it should be. I think I want to hire you to be like my hype man.
I'm cheap, so that's probably a good move.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. You got the job, dude.
Oh,
sure.
That was the easiest job I ever got.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, it's good to see you. You've been on the podcast a number of times, but it's been a little while and things have changed for you.
Yeah.
And can you take everybody a little bit like high level who may or may not know you, kind of you're a dentist, but kind of your crazy ass journey to where you're at now?
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I mean, you were there in the beginning.
I was.
You planted. You were there when I was just planting seeds, dude.
I was watering that shit. I was pissing all over it, trying to
right.
help you grow.
Pissing all over the seeds, dude. Oh man. You know, I got some good advice. For me, I was trying to grow the Halo Dental Network, which is a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
I got some advice. Well, I joined a mastermind with a guy named Patrick Bet David.
Pretty good guy to join a mastermind with.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you this before.
I don't think so.
So I was like striking out with like how to grow Halo, how to grow a nonprofit. I've opened a bunch of dental practices before, and I felt like I knew how to do that, but nonprofits was like weird, and like I wasn't getting like the funding that I needed, and trying to fund for and raise money for nonprofits is super difficult.
It is,
and so I was striking out. So I joined this mastermind because I saw Patrick Bet David on Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, he's amazing. I actually originally heard of him from Peter Bolden and Craig Spodak, and they did a mastermind with him as well and loved it.
Yeah. So that allowed me, I did it for 3 months, and I had one-on-one mentorship with him.
Nice.
And then there's someone else that works for his organization who's like my liaison with him that prepares me for the one-on-one calls every month. And you know what he said? He basically the biggest take home was get on TikTok.
Talk it up, buddy. You did that too.
Well, that's why I got on TikTok. Was Patrick Bet? I would never have done that, but Patrick Bet David told me to. So, I was like, I mean, gotta trust him. I just paid kind of a lot of money to be in this mastermind. I should, like, I got this guy coaching me for a reason, but he's looking at my stuff and he's like, dude, your personality is so like viral. Like it says there's so much viral potential. He's like
in a good way. Oh, so in a good way. In a good way.
Yeah. He's like, you need to get on social media. He's like, you need to get on TikTok. It's the largest growing app in the world right now.
Yep.
And so this was like maybe late 2021 or early 2022. And he's like, you just got to understand. And I thought it was an app for like dancing girls.
Well, it was.
I'm only one of those things. I'm not a dancer and a girl.
You wear a thong occasionally, so there could be some confusion.
Yeah. So, so he was like, 80,000 people could know who you are tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's free. It costs you zero money. He's like, looking at your stuff, like you have such a personality that's like perfect for this. Like you need to, at the time I was doing a podcast, and he went through all of my stuff, and he was like, what's the lowest producing thing that sucks up your time? And I was like, the podcast. The drilled with Dr. Brady's what I think we did like 120 episodes, something like that.
Yep.
And he was like, yeah, drop that and do this. And so I was like, okay. So that's why I stopped doing my podcast and started doing TikTok. That was all one move that came from Patrick Bet-David.
I got to tell you, Patrick David's way smarter than me, because when you told me that you were going to stop doing the podcast and just shift over to TikTok, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you not just do both? And then all of a sudden you just go from 0 followers to, I don't even know, what do you like? It's an insane amount now.
It was fast on TikTok. It was slower on Instagram.
Instagram's hard.
Instagram's definitely blown up a lot more in the last year for me, like a lot. But it took a while for Instagram to pick up. But on TikTok, I definitely shot up pretty quick, past
Well,
like 150K followers. And then that led to dental conferences hiring me to perform for them,
so awesome.
which was how I funded Halo, actually. So it all rolled back into like, I would, my whole fee for dental conferences goes, whenever I perform at a dental conference, the whole fee goes to Halo.
That's
And
awesome.
it funds it. And we have a couple of things that we do that we've learned. We just kind of we had to take control of the funding and not ask it for from other people or other companies.
Create it instead of ask it. And then the ask is more of like, I can be icing on the cake.
Yeah, if I get donations, I mean, we get donations for sure. We get people donating. But it's a very, very small amount of money. That's not enough. Yeah, we had to create our own revenue streams for Halo. So we have tattoo events. So we'll take, those are fun. We will invade a dental office space. Like a dentist will host a tattoo. We call it Tats for Teeth. And we will get tattoo artists to come into a dental office, and we'll open it to the public for tattoos for the day.
Yep.
So that generates a pretty decent amount of money when we do it right, and it'll be a lot of fun. So we do a couple things that kind of just generate our own revenue, and which is great because I think I was calling you like frustrated all the time about like, dude, I cannot get these companies just like, they say they care, but like when it comes down to it, it's like they want an ROI, they need a bottom line, they need something tangible.
They got to be able to track it. They got to be able to do all this. It's hard, man. Cause like you think for a big, company's doing over $1 billion that, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand or more. We like, okay, that makes sense. But that is not how it works at all, dude. And it's frustrating as hell because the only way they'll invest that if they're like guaranteed to get their money, they won't take risks, especially the bigger the companies get. And I would say that an average, high level executive at a big dental company is going to look at TikTok, and most of them aren't on there and going to look at your content and be like, I don't see it. Whereas like for me, I'm like, let's fucking do this shit because he's hilarious.
Well, they don't know what I remember talking with somebody, I don't remember who it was. And I was like, I sent them a clip of Joe Rogan mentioning me.
Yeah.
Because that was a big deal back then. You mentioned
dude, it's still a big deal because you've got that clip up on your
I know. I
YouTube.
take that down. I'm living off of a 6-year-old clip.
Who gives a shit? I would too.
But I remember talking to some guy about. He's like, I don't even know is this person important, and they didn't know who Joe Rogan was, and I was like, oh man, I'm dealing with dinosaurs. They don't understand. Like, so I remember telling him like, hey, this is like if he was an older guy, so I was like, this is imagine Johnny Carson mentioned me.
Yeah, that's exactly right, except
like,
bigger.
Like it's a bigger deal. It would be a bigger deal than Johnny Carson mentioning me.
100%.
And then he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool."
It's not just the biggest comedian. Like he's not the biggest comedian, but he is the biggest. I don't know what you call it, broadcaster at this point, I guess, in the world. I still listen to shit all the time. But no, I remember listening to that episode live when it happened and be like, "Oh no way, dude!"
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
I was getting texts all morning from people like, "Dude, Joe Rogan just talked about you, dude." And I was like,
"That's so cool, dude."
And I was not prepared to like capitalize on that. So I've been trying for the last 6 years to get Joe Rogan to talk about me again.
Good luck with that, man. That's gonna be a tough one.
We're getting there.
But I know you've blown up, and it's simply because of this, right? It used to be me going to like dental meetings and all this stuff and be like, hey, y'all need to follow this dude. He's hilarious. My boy Brady, follow him, right? And I'd be talking about you because I do think you're stuff's hilarious, right? Like
That's
I
good.
follow you, and not because you're my friend, and not because you're in dental. It's because I actually enjoy your content.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely do, and I've been listening to more of your comedy too, and we'll get into that in a minute. But you are made for TikTok. You're funny as shit, and I think your funniness is like spur of the moment too, which is why I like talking with you, because we both give each other a shitload of crap all the time.
It's a
But
shit
I,
of crap or a
the
crap load of
last
shit.
the last three meetings unprompted, right? Because we're doing like funny TikTok videos and stuff, and then these doctors, and this has happened like half a dozen times in the last two meetings. Have you heard of this guy named Brady Smith? He is hilarious. I'm like, never heard of him, dude. Sounds like an asshole.
Yeah, looks like a real douchebag.
Yeah, real deep. But it's great to see, because like you guys, for those who just finding out about Brady or maybe jumping on, they probably think like, oh, he just came out of nowhere. It's like, no, he's been grinding, and not for himself. And yes, for yourself in a way, because you get satisfaction out of helping other people. But all of this, and I'd like to get to the stand-up comedy next, but all the podcasts and the TikTok, that was all to fund this philanthropy that you're doing to help people who need dental work. And I think that's, to
Yeah.
me, the best thing. You're not doing it for money, you're doing it to help others, which is why I also think you've been really successful with it too.
Yeah, I love attention as well. So
Well,
it's-
I mean, who doesn't like a little bit? Not me, though. Not
I
me.
do love, not to poke holes through through what you just said. No, I do love helping people, and that's definitely how it started, and we still use it to do that. But I definitely have used my platform to promote, myself as well
Well,
as well.
I think that's okay.
But it, going way back to that mastermind with Patrick Bet David, he was just like, "You are Halo." Like
Mhm.
that's what he taught me. Like he's like,
Yep.
Halo will grow with you. You are the fate. Like you are Halo, and Halo is you. You gotta stop thinking these are separate things.
Yep.
You are the brand, and that's your brand. And so, yeah, and it's no, it's super rewarding, and it's super awesome to use that for something that's positive.
Oh,
But also, get my fix in as the attention whore that I am.
I like it. It's like 2, 3, 4 birds with one stone. You get the attention you're seeking, you get to help
Several birds,
others.
several
Yeah,
birds
dude.
with one stone. Are
I
you?
look at that as efficiency, bro. That's what I see.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Exactly.
I want to shift over to, now you're doing stand-up comedy, right? So I think it started with you like kind of doing dental conferences and doing, because you're a musician too, doing kind of parodies type songs that were comedic, right? But
Yes.
but then shifting to full on stage comedy, which is a different thing. So tell me about like, how did that, I'm assuming it started from the dental conferences, but how did it move to like actual comedy?
It did
Like
start from dental
regular stand-up?
conferences. So I would say for maybe like 10 years, I've been doing uh free dental work for stand-up comedians. So it goes back way far. Like some I've always um loved stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so, some dentists have a soft spot for like, war veterans, victims of domestic violence. But my charitable cause is stand-up comedian.
I would say 95% of them are poor as hell, so that
They're
probably makes
poor and they
sense.
have no
They are.
insurance, and they can't, and they have terrible teeth. So for a long time, just the local scene in Portland, Oregon, I have been known as a dentist that will, if a stand-up comedian calls me, schedules an appointment, I will almost always do whatever is needed for free.
As long as the camera's on.
Well, this was before there was a camera, so
Oh, okay.
there
Oh,
was no
nice.
camera. I just enjoyed. Here's what I did. I identified charitable work. This is kind of the genesis of Halo too. I identified charitable work as kind of the only thing that I really liked about dentistry. Like I kind of hated my job
Yep.
unless I was involved in doing something like that for someone. Like I really didn't like it
Yeah.
until like so. Anyway, this was just a subset of people that I was like, yeah, tell your friends, tell your comedian friends. So I had all these local comedians who knew who I was and they liked me. Um, and then I started getting big on TikTok and then dental conferences. would hire me. The biggest one was Thrive Live
Yeah.
in Las Vegas, and like that was like 2023, just to put a timeline. So I started TikTok in early 22, and then by the end of 22, I had been contacted by Henry Schein. They're like, "We want you to play at Thrive Live," which is like 1,800 people, opening for Sebastian Maniscalco,
Mm.
who's a very famous comedian, and so I was like, "Sure," and I didn't really realize. Like, I never really had a lot of experience with, like, talking in front of people or, like, performing, and I mean, it scared the shit out of me, dude. Like,
Well,
I like
the first time I ever met you, you told me like, this is out of my comfort. Like, unless I knew you, I wouldn't come up to you. Like, so like I think you're going after what you're afraid of. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, so I get up there and literally, like, I didn't realize how afraid I would be, how nervous, just nerves. Like, I felt like
That's
I was gonna.
dude, in front of a stage, giving a lecture is hard. Making people laugh
Right,
is way like that terrifies me.
right. So, I get up there, and as soon as I get on stage, I feel like it must be like what you experience if you skydive, because like, it's like I'm in the airplane, I'm about to, like, jump out in front of everybody, and then once I'm there, I felt okay, but it was like legitimate, like my body was react like I thought I was gonna poop and throw up
That would have
at
been
the same
hilarious.
at the same time, which would have been funny. So I finished that conference and I immediately got hired for like two more conferences. Like people in the audience were like, come to our thing.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, I gotta do this more, but I'm nervous. So I contacted some of the comedians that I'm friends with in Portland, and I was like, hey, if there's like some local shows, I would love to get like 7 minutes, 10 minutes of stage time. You don't have to pay me. Just tell me where to be. I just want to like get confident in material and get over this nervousness. And so they hooked me up with stage time. Open mics are hard for me because open mics are pretty time consuming, actually.
Oh, I would imagine.
You got to wait. You got to put your name on a list way ahead of time. You got to wait in line. You got to, and you
And
get
it's
called.
never at like 2 p.m. on a Saturday, I would imagine.
No, it's so inconvenient for like someone who a lot of these comedians, time is their currency, not money, and that's the
Yep.
opposite. But
Yep.
if I could pay money and get to the front of the line, then yeah, that'd be great. I would do that. Um, but yeah, so I started doing stand up and I loved it. So that's it. I was just like, I actually kind of want to do this, like do this. So slowly, like these conferences would hire me to do music, and then I would do stand up instead, like in addition to music, but I would like
Sure.
add a lot of stand up, and got me in a little bit of trouble with some conferences.
Yeah.
So, but I got 5 conferences lined up for 2026. I'll be at the
Nice.
AACD meeting. There's a meeting called AID. There's the Washington
Yep.
State Dental Association meeting. Uh, PNDC is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Study clubs. I'm going to a couple study clubs that
Wow.
hired me. So, um,
Can you give CE for comedy?
what's that?
Can you give CE for comedy?
No, you get negative CE coming in my
Oh,
show.
you get negative CE.
It
All
counts.
right.
It counts. You got to make up for it by doing real
Totally,
CE.
totally worth it though.
Yeah, it is worth it, but it makes sense when you hear my act. You're like, yeah, no, I'm stupider. For like, I know less. I
Sounds
know
like my
less
kind
than I
of
did
show.
when I walked in here. So
Amazing.
yeah, so I love it now, and uh, I've had a really fun time with it. I have some shows coming up in Wisconsin and Indiana in November, in Louisville, Kentucky, and then I'm going to take actually a little bit of a break from it, and I'm actually working on my new podcast, Laughing
Oh,
My Gas Off.
so
Which
you consider that a podcast? All right. So number one, you're touring all over the place. So,
I don't know what to call it. It's kind
well,
of a podcast show.
I think it's a show, and I want
It's
to
a
talk about
show.
this later. But if somebody wants to see your schedule and stuff, where do they go for your comedy schedule? Like your
drbradysmith.com, drbradysmith.com. I have a website. All my stuff is there. We're going to be opening up a merch store soon.
by the way, this is some of your merch, that my floss bitch
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that's an old school. Listen, that's going to be a collector's item one day.
I'm never letting it go. I
That's
love
one
it.
of our first designs, dude. We don't even sell that anymore and make that. So
Well, hey, I'll take your bids, but I'm not selling. I'll tell you
that's
that.
right. That's right. That's
Uh,
going to be collectible.
Well, and I bought it a while ago, and like my kids never noticed. And at one point, they both noticed, like, what does floss bitch mean? I was like, oh no, now I got to explain to my 6-year-old what floss bitch means.
Well, you could say it does it mean like, hey, floss, you bitch? Or does
Yeah.
it mean I'm the floss bitch? Like I'm the floss queen. Like I'm the
Ooh.
like you could it has different meanings for different people. So whatever you
Well,
feel.
I should have bought the thong, the floss bitch thong, which makes the most sense.
Oh,
And
we got I can you like black or red? What's your color? I'll
I don't
send you
know.
one.
I'm a Georgia fan. Let's go red, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
That's one asset I have, and I don't mind showing off.
Nice. Hey, did you sell that Cooper Flag rookie card you got?
Oh yeah, I did sell that. I
What is
got
that?
like 5 grand for it, right?
Oh,
So I was
okay.
hoping to get like 10, but like, you don't know. But yeah,
That was
so
just a poll. That was a legit just
yeah,
a poll.
so I collect, like, for y'all who don't know, I collect sports cards. Brady's a comic collector over here, but primarily basketball. And
I have some card. I have a Jordan rookie. I have an 84 Fleer.
oh no
Uh
shit, that's a great card,
Jordan
dude.
rookie. Yeah, I just got like I get the hits. Like if I got some really good ones, but like yeah.
I've got boxes and boxes,
I
like
don't
it's
have
insane.
I have like 10 baseball and basketball cards, but they're all good ones. But they're just like
You
I
see,
have like 10.
that's the way you should do it. I just have these mass pile of boxes. I just tell my kids, like, someday either sell it or keep it going. Up to you.
Well, that's the way I am with comics. Comics I have thousands.
Yeah.
And
So you're like
and I
comics is my basketball cards.
yeah, but it's like you get like the good cards. Like I got a Tom Brady rookie card. I got Griffey Jr. rookie
Nice.
card. I have a Jordan rookie card. Like I just get the ones that I think that I know I like that I want, and I don't mess with anything else.
So it's funny. This is how nerdy and I try to be artistic sometimes. I think it's autistic maybe. And
Sure
so
it is.
like I've got one room that's like has 40 frames that has 20 cards each. And so like I have different players and stuff. And I basically turn it into art with their cards. So like it's a it's a no ROI investment, but I like it. So
That's what matters. That's what matters.
I
Yeah,
guess.
for sure.
My kids asked me the other day, like, Dad, you ever gonna sell these cards? I was like, no, why? So literally the only card I've ever sold was the Cooper Flag because I couldn't justify something a little piece of art that could go to my kid's college fund or something like that. So I decided to do that one. But dude, it was cool. I'm pulling a 101 off a $20 box of cards from the Walmart just because like I want to try to get a Cooper Flag, just add to the clay. And dude, 101, I was like, holy shit.
No, I saw you pull that. You put it on you put it on online, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a cool. It's so everybody asks me like, why do you do it? I'm like, it's like treasure hunting, dude. Like you're
Yeah,
looking through, digging through the sand to try to find a pearl. Uh, but let's talk about laughing my gas off now because
fine,
fine,
fine.
fuck comics, fuck the sports cards. I do want to talk about laughing my gas off because you could take everybody through this, but you've had some like really big names on, right? Like you've had like Doug Stanhope. If you don't know who he is, you don't know comedy. He's like a comedy legend. Hilarious. I'm shocked he's still alive. The way he's lived his life,
It's
but
crazy.
he's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Matt Rife, the prettiest comedian out there, but guy, it's really
So-
funny. Seems
so
like
funny.
is he a nice guy? I want him to be a nice guy.
He's great.
That we're going with he's great. And even like Mark Norman, like these are some of the biggest comedians of the world, like doing arenas and stuff right now. And also the biggest new comedy show out there, laughing my gas off. Now, do you mind telling everybody what you do with this? Because it is really, really funny.
Yeah, so this was an old concept
Yep.
that so I thought it was inspired by Jerry Seinfeld's getting coffee in cars with comedians. I don't even
Yep.
remember that show.
I do.
Very funny show. He would get his buddies and they'd get coffee in cars and just have a conversation. So, and then I thought it'd be really funny to have conversation and also internet videos with people messed up on dental drugs. Remember David at the dentist?
I
Was
don't know that one.
well, that's like really famous one where this kid named David.
Oh, yeah, that viral one that went out.
He was like acting psychotic in a video. Anyways, so kind of like just combining the thing. I'm like, well, I have access to laughing gas.
Yeah.
It's not addictive. And
Nope.
then I hired a legal firm because I was like, I don't know if this
I
is
would
I don't know if this is legal, dude.
I
Like, I
know.
don't know if I'm allowed to do this. But they were like, you can, I'm obviously licensed to administer nitrous oxide. and then I have to get permission to like put things online. So people sign a social media release and then a HIPAA waiver.
Yep.
And they said this legal firm said, then you're all good. There's no.
I do have a question on the legal. Does it mean like you can't just do you just give them laughing, or you actually have to like clean their teeth or something?
I have to be doing a dental procedure. So
Got
we do clean teeth. We polish teeth and then I scrape and it's yeah, definitely we're doing a cleaning while we're doing that. So that's what makes it legal. So there are some situations where like we've done like a dental implant on a guest
Oh
before.
wow.
Like
Which
they need,
you could totally do that.
yeah, but if they need like actual dental work and I'm there. Lots of times though, these comedians are in town for the night or for the weekend, and they have shows in Portland. They're not from Portland. They're just
Sure.
passing through. That's how we kind of get our guests. But back in like 2021, I think I was doing my first ones of this. Guest acquisition was so hard.
I would imagine.
No one knew who I was. I couldn't like manage. Like I would email like booking agents and like managers of the talent, and I would get nowhere, man.
Yeah.
And I was even like offering a little bit of money, and I still would get like it just wasn't consistent enough for me to get like a consistent weekly guest. And I still struggle with that now. So that's why our podcast is once every 2 weeks we release an episode. But we rebranded it maybe 6 months ago, and because it wasn't even called Laughing My Gas Off, it was called Drilled Nitrous.
Yep.
And then we came up with the name Laughing My Gas Off, which I like a lot better. And we rebranded it. I have a studio. We built a studio in one of my offices for this. So it's like a surgical suite that is just like the Laughing My Gas Off studio. We paint the walls now. There's
Did you have like
artwork.
in sync like little marionette puppets
We have
behind it?
in-sync marionette pup. We have all kinds of cool decoration now. Cans of Ready Whip just adorned throughout the operatory because
You gotta be ready.
they don't
You never know.
sponsor us, but we want them to. So but now they're kind of getting the milk without buying the cow kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So
good
I don't
deal for
know.
them.
I don't know what to do about that. It's bad marketing on my part.
What
Bad
you
marketing.
need to do is just rotate it with another big one till one of them hits.
Yeah, but it's starting to gain a lot of traction now. So we have a YouTube for it. It's got organically almost 6,000 followers on Instagram. It's got a TikTok. We got like a couple thousand subs on YouTube. So the full episodes are on YouTube. We post clips all over the place. But yeah, it's like 20, 25-minute episodes of just a conversation, and it's incremental. I stole this idea from Hot Ones, the hot wing show, where
Yeah.
they incrementally increase the hotness of the
The
hot
wings.
sauce. So I start people off on like 20% nitrous, and then I slowly get them to 30, 40, 50, 60. And by the end, we usually play a game where we're either doing like nitrous karaoke.
I've seen
Trivia.
somewhere like you read the script from like Titanic at the end.
We do
which
dramatic readings.
that was
sometimes.
great, by the way.
We do dramatic readings with people. That's really fun to do dramatic readings. And my guests are, musicians and actors and comedians and trying to tap into athletes. If you know any athletes,
Athletes. Let me think about that. I mean,
professional athletes is what I'm looking for.
listen,
So,
bro, I'm gonna let you know. I in college I was third runner-up MVP for the intramural basketball team, but whatever, no big deal.
you're the athlete. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Pretty hardcore athlete.
Yeah.
But I might know a couple. Maybe I can make a call because
Yeah.
honestly, like I really enjoy it. Like it is so my kind of like comedy of just this. It's funny, it's dumb, it's snarky, it's like a little bit of everything. And so for me, like I genuinely enjoy it. I think a lot of people would.
They do.
Whether you like the clips or you want to watch the full show, like it is what we need in dentistry because like these conversations do like I know a couple of dentists who are funny, not like this, but like god damn it, it is so funny hearing somebody on nitrous. I could tell they get. I didn't know that you cranked it up, but you can tell because it gets looser and looser and looser as you go through the episodes.
Yeah.
And what's really like is the cut to your faces when they start saying ridiculous shit. And you're just like the Office when they do those cuts. It's one of my favorite things, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I can tell when it hits them too. We call it nitrous puberty, but their voice drops. Like
Oh yeah.
you can tell their voice drops, and they're like,
Everything's slowed down a little bit.
yeah. And then the good news is, when we're done, there's no side effects. It wears off in 2 minutes. They're back to normal, and which is
They
beautiful.
probably listen. Most comedians probably wish it would last a little bit longer. Let's just be honest.
Probably. Yeah. So we've had great guests. You mentioned a few of them. This season now, we did a 10-episode season 1, and I think 9 of the 10 episodes are up. Our last guest, I'll tell you right now, is Dr. Glockenfleckum. He's huge on TikTok. He's an ophthalmologist. I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't, but I'm gonna look him up now with a name like that.
Doc Glock. His name's Will Flannery, but he's an ophthalmologist. Huge.
You should get the Dick Doc on TikTok.
I should get him to
Yeah,
do it. Yeah.
He's a urologist.
I like tapping into doctors. We also had Dr. Burt Walpack, who
that was a funny one, dude.
He opened for me. He's a dentist in Eugene, Oregon, and he's opened for me on all my comedy stuff, and super funny dude. You should follow him. He does funny stuff. He should have more.
That was a really good episode, by the way.
Follow. Yeah, that was great. And then season 2, we're filming for season 2 now. We just had we've had some really great guests on for season 2 already. I don't know if you know who Reese Darby is.
I've heard the name.
Plays Murray on Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah, dude.
Big time actor. Yeah, big time actor. Leah Lamar was just on. We have Zachariah Porter coming up next week. We're gonna record. So because of my following, my DMs get through, my calls.
Yeah. Now the agents actually respond.
Now they're like, well, now I can sell tickets for them. So that's what it boils down to. If they're coming through Portland, now I can promote them because of my following and help actually sell tickets to their show. And now there's an ROI that they're interested in. Go to this podcast because this guy's got 330,000 followers on Instagram. So now I can mark my calendar and get my dance card filled up, Well,
I didn't think about it. Well, thank you, Pat. What is it? Patrick David, excuse me. Because he nailed it, dude. Like all of that's opened up. And I didn't even think about the other side for them. They want to sell tickets, but like you could expose them to a whole new audience too. Not everybody follows dentistry.
Yeah. So the cross pollination, like I have more followers than a lot of people who come on my show now.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Awesome.
So, and I'm happy to, the cross pollination, the cross.
100%. Turns out a lot of people in dentistry have money to spend too on a comedy show.
Exactly right. So there's a lot of reason. I mean, comics, when they come into town, they do these like real shitty morning shows, like morning news.
That's the worst thing to do.
And they hate it. And the only reason they do it, even though they hate it, is because they'll sell tickets.
Local exposure.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I got to come tonight. And it's like, so I have to do this news spot at 7 a.m. on a Friday for my Friday, Saturday night show.
For a comedian, that's torture.
Oh, they hate it, which is why if you look up comedian clips on like local news shows, they're always buttholes on that because they don't want to be there.
Nothing's funny before noon. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, and they give these newscasters such a hard time. So it's a way better option for them because I can just do a live and get them on and promote them and put them in my stories, and I'll sell more tickets for them than a morning news show will. So
that's
anyway,
awesome.
It's been great. Really, really excited. I don't know if you know Hot Ones. Hot Ones just sold last year for it was owned by BuzzFeed, and then Sean Evans, the host, with a group of other people, bought the podcast, bought Hot Ones from BuzzFeed for I want to say $85 million.
Oh my God.
They were making I think Hot Ones was making $30 million a year.
I believe it. It's a really good show.
So it's a really good show. And now it's so I feel, if I can capture a fraction of that, I'm pretty happy about that.
Dude,
but it's fun.
Give me 10%,
It's fun meeting people. Some of the comedians let me guest spot on their shows that night. So They're like, oh, you're a comedian. Come do a guest spot. Come, take 7 minutes of my show tonight at the club. Local. So we have a Helium Comedy Club, which is our big club in Portland. And so it works out really well for me, man. I meet cool people. Um, cool things happen, and we're working on the audio and production quality right now, getting like professional people involved to get that like top notch,
Yep.
and we're gonna run with that. So I'm taking a little bit of a I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus from comedy to really like go all in
All in.
uh,
Let's go, baby.
on laughing my gas off. I really feel strongly about that until the board shuts me down.
Well, you don't. I wouldn't worry about them. They're fine.
Yeah,
Well, you've got a future in comedy or TV, or not even TV, podcasting, because you don't need TV anymore.
yeah,
If that ever happens, who gives a shit? Dude, honestly, like genuinely as a friend, I love that you took something that your career, because listen, I've been in somewhat of a similar situation where the corporate life was wearing away at my soul and hating something, and to use the thing that was bringing you down to help other people, but to put you in a spot because you seem way happier now too. Like doing the shit you want to do is amazing.
yeah, yeah. I do love it. Dental conferences are interesting because I mean I love this part of it. It's going to sound like it's a negative thing. It's not. Half the people at a dental conference hate me. They don't.
Of course, that
They
means you're
don't
doing
like.
it right, bro.
They don't like it, dude. And so like in like half the people I'm performing for, I'm bombing. I'm bombing for half, and then half the people are loving it, and then the other half are like, because people don't go to a dental conference for me. They go to a dental conference to learn
Sure.
how to do sinus grafting or bone grafting and sinus lifts,
Yeah.
and they have all these clinical things they're trying to learn, and then all of a sudden I am thrust upon them, and they weren't expect. So I see people in the crowds, and I'm like, you're hating this right now,
Oh yeah.
and I
Well,
love it. I love it.
I think that's the like. So you ask any comedian, or I've heard comedians talk about this, like getting hired for a corporate gig is the worst thing in the world, right? So it's like a conference or a company
The money's
meeting,
too good. The
but
money's
the
too good to say
money's
no.
good, right?
Yeah,
The
that's
money's
what it is.
real nice. So you got to do what you got to do, man. But I just think it's amazing. Oh, and side note, by the way, you have one joke that really hit home for me.
Oh,
The her body or my body, her choice was,
yeah,
and I won't ruin the joke. Like, just go look up his comedy. But like, I was just like, God damn it, that's spot on, dude. I
yeah.
experienced the same damn thing.
Me and my wife have a my body her choice relationship. People think that people think that men are out there trying to control women's bodies, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Not in
I've
the Smith
tried.
house.
It didn't
Not in the
work.
Smith household.
Yeah, they let you know when it's okay.
Yeah, exactly right. I feel you. It's a good joke. Thank you.
No, I really enjoyed that one, but it hit home a little too close for me. Um, well,
Yeah.
I want to know who your favorite comedians are, though, right? So before we get going now, because college football is about to start in a minute,
Yes.
who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedians? And I mean like stand-up comedy, not just funny people.
Yeah, I would say Shane Gillis is my number one.
Shane's
Uh,
hilarious.
Shane's great. Just on my radar in the last couple of years, and I just got to host 5 shows with her in Eugene, um, just through a DM. I just DM'd her and I was like, "You're in Eugene, Oregon. I'd love to like work with you if you can give me a guest spot or let me host the show." But Jordan Jensen,
Dude, she's hilarious.
dude, she's
She's a
so
wild lady.
she's so fun to watch. And she might be my number one right now. Like as far as like Shane's kind of like an all-time for me.
Yeah.
But like Jordan and just like being able, I was so like kind of starstruck working with her. And all I did was host. She had 5 shows. I would drive to Eugene, which is like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
I'd do 10 minutes on top of each of her shows. She had 5 sold out shows at a club in Eugene. So nice, so nice.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too, because some of these comics are buttholes, dude. They're not cool to meet in person. They're not what you would think they would be.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Shane, Jordan, for all the crap he gets, Louis C.K.
Dude, I don't care. Like a
He's so
comedian,
funny
diddled himself in front of somebody else, and he's a comedian. Like
with
he's not
permission.
a
With
preacher.
permission.
Yeah, he's not a preacher. Like, why are we hating us, dude? One of the funniest men to ever live.
He's so good. His catalog of funny is just yeah. And then there's this guy that was opening for Shane Gillis. He's a New Zealand comedian named James McCann.
I haven't heard of him, so I'm definitely gonna look him up.
Dude, James McCann is so freaking funny. He's from New Zealand or from Australia. He might be, no, he's Australian. I think he's
Whatever,
Australian.
same thing. They're way down there.
But I found some clips of him that I came across, and then I went and saw Shane, and he was opening for Shane. I was like, whoa, this is like my other favorite guy. And now he does his own thing. I've seen him headline at the Helium Comedy Club too. So I've seen James McCann a few times, and he's kind of an up and comer, but he's kind of blowing up a lot, and he's so funny, so funny.
Well, I'll definitely be looking at him. No Tom Segura. See, Tom Segura for me, I actually just saw him in New Orleans for my birthday. I like he's on there for me.
Yeah, Tom.
Just
I
'cause
think Tom is great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have so many that are like, yeah, I would go see Tom. I mean, I would go see Tom.
oh yeah.
But he was actually on the podcast with Joe Rogan when he was mentioning.
That's right. He
It was
was.
Bert and Tom and Ari Shafir. Oh, Ari is great. Ari
Ari's
is
hilarious.
underrated. His last special was so freaking good. So here's when I consume comedy, I'll watch a special, but like I turn it off after 15 minutes usually.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to watch it all the way through. Ari Shafir's last special I watched all the way through, every minute of the 60 minutes. So freaking good, and underrated. Ari Shafir,
Oh
underrated.
no, he's really good. He's wild too, man. Like
Yeah.
he's a wild dude.
His
Can I ask
special has
you
a bit about shoplifting and how he shoplifts now, just a little bit.
just for fun, just to get some
Just a
kicks,
little
little
bit.
dopamine there? Can I ask you a question though? So like
Sure.
you're a musician too, so this actually plays really well. So like I know most musicians like they hear a song, but they hear the guitar and then they hear the drums and they hear the vocals separately sometimes in their head as opposed to all at once, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you're watching comedy, are you kind of breaking it down like in their head? Oh, that's where he's setting up a callback later, like paying attention to how they set everything up now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like seeing like a really great comic like Jordan. Like this was just like a month ago. Watching her do 5 shows in 3 days. So I get to watch her whole act, and I get to see how much of it is like material versus how much is like crowd work, improv. And it's just, dude, I feel like I learned, like it's like it's like taking a master class. But it's like, yeah, you learn, and you learn like, oh, I should craft jokes. There's some jokes of mine that I should craft just a little differently. And just the way you say things, you just tweak little things. Like there's jokes I've been doing, and I'm like, oh, I should be saying it this way. This would be a little bit more, and it works. Like you say it a little bit different, and you get more like it just the delivery it's very important. The delivery is very important, and so yeah, you get to see a little bit of that. I definitely, yeah, I deconstruct comedy, and I don't think it takes away from the enjoyment of it. It's
No,
just
I don't think it does either. I think
yeah,
it gives you more respect for it because it's such a unique art form and an important one, in my opinion. Because you could talk about all the shit that you're not supposed to talk about, especially
yeah,
the last few years we experienced. And I think there's nothing more important than that. And it's always been that way back to court jesters, right? Like
mhm,
the only one who could make fun of the king was the court jester. And
yeah,
I think that's such an important thing. Um,
yeah.
but
Yeah, and I do like political comedy.
oh, I do
Political
too.
comedy is really, really smart and clever. So I like that stuff. No matter what side. I like
Oh
uh
no, I think you need to make fun of both sides, even especially your own side.
yeah, yeah. I like super liberal comments. I like comics. I like super conservative comics. So yeah, I like to watch that. I like Jeff Dye a lot.
I don't know Jeff Dye either, so I'm gonna have to look into some of
He's a
his.
super conservative guy. But he's really, really funny, and I like his comedy a lot. So yeah, Chappelle.
Obviously, he's to
I
me
mean,
he's the
it's
goat.
talking about Mount Rushmore. You know what's interesting? I don't like a lot of comics that people put on like a pedestal.
Like
I don't think George Carlin was that great. I don't think Richard
I think
Pryor was
I
that.
think George Carlin was like it's so intelligent and you could gain wisdom from listening to him. But I agree with you. I don't think he was the funniest.
He has some really good, clever bits, some really good political social commentary. But as far as comedy, like I'm like, I don't know. Richard Pryor to me is like everyone reveres him, and I'm like, he's okay, but like, and I get in trouble because you talk to comedians, and I'm like, if you don't think Patrice O'Neal is one of the greatest of all time,
Oh my God.
I don't,
I
I
love
don't,
Patrice. I think Patrice is hilarious.
I think again, he's okay. He's a little, he's okay, but people think that he is like Chappelle level. I'm like, no, I don't see it, man.
You know what I think we need to do? So one of the best roasts I've seen recently was Nikki Glazer was at Tom Brady's roast.
Sure,
She
sure.
murdered everybody, right? Like the whole thing was great. But like I think that I'm gonna put this on you, buddy. Like you run with it if you want. I think what we really need in dentistry is to get up at one of these big events, get some of the biggest names in dentistry, and roast the absolute shit out of them. It would go really, really well, or a complete disaster. And either way, I think that's funny.
Yeah. Listen, set that up, man. Put me on it. I'll do
I
it.
definitely, I mean, I know I could call guys like Wong would do it in a second, but I want to get some people like David Wong would be an easy one to do because he would think it's funny. But what I
Yeah.
really want is get the ones who think they'll think it's funny, but I know that'll hurt their feelings really
Yeah,
bad.
we can hurt some feelings, dude. We can hurt some feelings. And I think that's what we would end up doing. I think there would be a lot of dentists.
If they ever do DIA again, I'm gonna call the boys. I'm gonna call because like, you got Ben Johnson there. Like you just like literally, I was considering being him for Halloween, putting on a red wig and just saying I'm very aloof. Like
Yeah.
that's my impression of Ben or Pay Ray, who I just saw this weekend wearing like bedazzled shoes and
Yeah.
what was it?
DIA should
Velour
happen.
shirt.
Who remains in charge of DIA? Who owns that? Is
Well,
that
so it's
Ray?
Pay Ray, Knife, and Ben Johnson, but I think we all know Ben's kind of the adult of the group.
Yeah. I just don't know how much those conference. That's the other. You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to actually create my own conference.
Dude,
Because
do it.
they suck so bad. And now with my comedy contacts, it's like loaded up with like the biggest comics I could get, like to come and like it's interspersed with like not just like one comic, like Thrive Live gets like a Jim Gaffigan, or they get like
Yeah, sure.
they get a big name. I'm talking like in between every clinical thing, you bring out a good comic who does 20 minutes.
Dude, that would be awesome.
And so I have all these ideas, and then midget wrestling. That's what I want to do that too.
Well, midget wrestling is never a bad idea. And I actually have some contacts who could probably get us a ring and stuff. So
And sumo wrestling. There's these outfits you can hire where you can sumo wrestle a real sumo wrestler.
I love
Like you
this.
can get in the ring, like you'll put the thing on. Like
I'll do it.
you ever heard like it'd be really cool to like watch like an Olympic runners with like it'd be really cool because you can't appreciate when you're watching like Olympic runners like run around a track. But if
Sure.
you had a guy like me, like I'm kind of athletic, but if you're like an average guy running around the track at the same time, then you would see like, oh, they're so fast. Like
Oh
that's an
my
average. Like
God.
when you see an average guy running, you're like, those guys are so fast. Like when you wrestle a sumo wrestler, dude, you feel the power, dude. You feel power.
I love this because I've always wanted to do Jeopardy on stage, which is that stupid
Yeah,
show we did before,
yeah.
where literally all I do is make fun of the guests the whole time and make sure they get answers wrong.
Mhm.
I think you got some gold here, dude. I think you need to run with it.
Tattoo corner. We do a tattoo corner.
I'll get one. Yeah, I think what you should do on your lower back is get 2 molars and then put like a dental instrument in the middle, like a butterfly, and then
Your
make those
wings.
molars wings.
Yeah, let's make some bad choices together. That'd be great.
I think the worst choices that could ever be made would be you and me
Yeah,
brainstorming on something.
for sure.
And I am all in too, buddy. Honestly,
Yeah.
I will sell the shit out of it. I'll promote it. I'll fill that bitch up if you end up doing this. I promise you that. Because
Well, it's
that
just one of
sounds
those.
like
It's
so
one of
much
those
fun.
ideas. It's one of those ideas. I don't know how dental conferences are so.
I
They're
know.
just hard, man. I mean, I talk to the guys who run some of them, and I'm just like, it's not.
Well,
It's just a lot of work.
all right. To be fair, who are the attendees?
Well, you got to get dentists there, dude.
And dentists are what?
Stupid.
Well, I was going to go a different direction, but
Boring.
some of them are. I think dentists are all over the freaking place, right? You got guys
Yeah.
like you who are funny. You've got the really uptight. There's such a weird mix, and there's a lot of weirdos. It's like a sales conference, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Give them booze, give them drugs, I mean, it's like that's an easy type. Dentists
Yeah.
are a little more low key
Yeah.
sometimes, not all of them, but I think there's enough of them out there who want to have a good time.
Yeah. And I mean, hygienists and dental assistants get it.
Well,
They get it rocking, dude.
hygienists know how to have fun. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. The hygienists, they know how to have a good time.
Do you know about have you ever been to the Hinman dental meeting in Atlanta?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's like a Southeast kind of meeting, right? It's one of the bigger ones, been going a long time, but there's a yearly tradition they have at a bar just outside the conference where the hygienists have a little t-shirt contest. Is all I'm going to say. It is hilarious, dude.
Oh,
It
man.
is one of the best things you'll ever see. It's shocking to me that every year they all want to do it.
Can I compete against them?
I think you definitely should compete against them,
I can
even though
compete.
you're not high. You've cleaned teeth before. You can do that.
Yeah, I am my own hygienist. So
I mean, you've got the thong. We just got to get you a little cut off t-shirt and I'll spray you down, buddy.
That's right. That's right. That sounds great, dude. All right.
Well, hey, buddy. Hey, appreciate you joining me. I know you don't do a lot of these podcasts unless you're getting them high on something. So I appreciate you, man.
Well, listen, you've been there with me since the beginning. And I always appreciate that, dude. I had a lot of people say no to me during that time. And you were always a cheerleader for me. I really appreciate that. And it means a lot to me, dude. So
I appreciate you too, man. I love what you've done, and just becoming friends with you over the years has been awesome. And then I'm still your biggest cheerleader, man. I love what you've done.
Don't make it gay, dude. You're making it gay now.
But if it's not gay, it's not funny, dude.
You're making it like you're gonna try to kiss me. I can tell. Don't.
But hey, let's remind everybody, where can they find your stuff? So laughing my gas off
on Instagram and TikTok, Dr. Brady Smith, Dr. Brady Smith, and then my website is drbradysmith.com. And everything's there. There'll be a merch site. Laughing my gas off episodes are there. Links to everything that I do is on Dr. Brady Smith, drbradysmith.com. And then you can also, just check me out directly on Instagram or TikTok.
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks again, Brady. I appreciate you. And guys, we'll catch you on the next All In Practice Growth podcast.
Thanks for listening to the All In Podcast. See you next time.